Hello everybody and welcome to another video on the Pole Position YouTube channel. In this video we are going to look at McLaren and I think Lando Norris in particular, and with the great performance that they've had so far into the season, into the 2021 season, can McLaren go that next step? We've obviously seen them have podiums so far, Norris being the main driver for McLaren so far this season. We've seen them get some podiums, we've seen them get great points so far. Can they go on to that next step and get a win this season? And could it be at Azerbaijan this weekend? Who knows? But let's have a look into it. Without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, of course, like I said and mentioned, McLaren have had a great start to the season. Lando Norris in particular. Daniel Ricciardo has obviously joined the team this season and has struggled a little bit to start with in his new team. I think Monaco last weekend was a really poor weekend, or the last time out was a really poor weekend for the Australian. He's still struggling with that car. I think he's still trying to get to grips with the way that the McLaren setup is, the way the car is set up compared to what he's had at Red Bull and Renault previous as well. So he is still struggling, but if you look at Lando Norris in particular, 2 podium finishes in 5 races, not only highlights how well Lando Norris is doing in general and against his teammate, but how well McLaren have actually gone on this year as well. Like I mentioned, great marketing as well, great livery for last time out. I mentioned that previous, saying it's a bit of a shame we're not going to see that Golf livery anymore this season. But in terms of the actual race going into Baku and into Azerbaijan, I really think they can take the form into it. I think you look at it, and obviously Mercedes and Red Bull are much faster and stronger than McLaren and say Ferrari. But Mercedes maybe have some more strategy issues. Red Bull maybe have an off day as well. McLaren is certainly in that position to be able to pounce, and same thing with what Lando Norris has done this season. Getting them podiums. We didn't really think last season, as much as McLaren had made some steps, and got to third place, that they would truly fight for them podium places. But I think this year, two podiums out of 5 races, is a great record so far for McLaren, and they show that they've got some quick pace in all different types of circuits, and even going into straight line speed as well. And we know that's going to be a huge factor at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix with that 1.4 mile long straight DRS zone as well, all the way to the start finish line. It's fundamental. It's a huge thing to have straight line speed at this next coming racetrack. So ultimately, being a McLaren fan as well, I'd love to see Lando Norris in particular, maybe because I still think Daniel Ricciardo's still getting into his form, maybe getting his mojo back. If Daniel Ricciardo can obviously put in a great performance this weekend coming as well, even better. But I think Lando Norris is what McLaren are going to say put all their chips in one corner for him, because I think it's Lando Norris is on top form so far this season, and Ferrari have obviously impressed as well. I think Monaco again has highlighted they had some great pace that they geared that car up for qualifying. Charles Leclerc managed to get pole, and obviously Carlos Sainz was close by in 3rd place as well. Carlos Sainz eventually managed to get a podium as well in 2nd place. So Ferrari have shown some great pace in the last weekend in Monaco as well. Whether that comes into fruition, with the straight line speed in the end, we'll wait to see come Friday. But ultimately, I think McLaren are the strongest ones to be able to pounce if Mercedes or Red Bull have any issues with strategy or reliability. I think McLaren are in the right position. So ultimately, Lando Norris I think is in pole position really to get that win if Mercedes or Red Bull have any issues. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I think McLaren are in a strong position. McLaren could win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, but obviously there are a lot of fundamental factors to go with that as well. I still think Mercedes or Red Bull would come into that, but we have seen huge incidents at Baku before. We've had Verstappen and Ricciardo crash into each other. We've obviously had Vettel and Hamilton have their sort of spats at Azerbaijan, so it's always a place that can bring up rivalries. So it could be that Verstappen and Hamilton have their own rivalry, could have an issue where they both go out of the race. McLaren need to be in that position, and hopefully they can be, and like I said, Lando Norris as well, to get his first win for McLaren and in his F1 career as well. So yeah, ultimately McLaren could win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Please let me know your thoughts. Do you think McLaren are in that top position if there are any issues with the top 2 teams? Yeah, let me know your thoughts in general. overall, do you think Lando Norris is obviously going to finish higher than Daniel Ricciardo this year? Daniel Ricciardo is still struggling with form, but I think that's, it's going to come into it during the middle and end of the season. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. See you soon.